Casey's set up. We're set up. We're
Is
podcasting.
Is it rolling?
We're rolling.
This is called. Do you know what the podcast is called?
No.
It's called the Industry Plants Podcast.
Nice.
The Industry Plants. We got Tim Leland with us.
Mr. Tim Leland.
Tim the man. We're doing a show for him as Machines Makes Machines, and then we're going to kill the band name in the middle of our set, and then we're going to, halfway through our set, become a different band.
We're going to rip all our clothes off.
We're going to transform. What's up, man? How you doing?
Sick. I'm good.
How you doing?
Good,
Okay,
good,
before
man.
we get all the way into the podcast, I had a little thing. On a serious note, there's something that happened over in Troost, 39th and Troost.
Okay.
A young man named Jaleel White was gunned down by law enforcement. The officer's name was Officer Winslow. They accused him of grand theft auto, and as he was pulling the pink slip out, they thought he was reaching for a gun and shot him to death.
Is that why I was in traffic?
That was probably why you were in traffic. And
Shit.
yeah, and his last words were, "I didn't do that." So, let's have a moment of silence for Jaleel White.
Okay. Well, that was a very somber way to start this podcast. So what the fuck is up, everybody? How are we living? Jaleel White's not, but I'm kidding. But we'll bleep that out. That was in poor taste. All right. But we're just goofing around. I'm not even sure that's a real person. I don't know.
Yeah, don't Google it.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Urkel.
Yeah, that's his real name.
Babe, that person doesn't exist.
Yeah, that was the actor that played Steve Urkel. I said Officer Winslow shot him to death, too. I was just making sure that at least somebody...
Oh, I got that. I got it. That was funny. No, Jaleel White is the guy who played Urkel on Family Matters. And what's Winslow? Officer Winslow's... Carl Winslow's the dad from that.
Damn.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, that's so funny.
But it's Everclear. You're all right.
It's moonshine.
Yeah, 8,000 proof.
Disgusting. Anyway, man, what's up? What's new with you?
Yeah.
Let's think. I announced my new song like an hour ago.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
God Fell Silent.
Yeah.
That's the
You
one
sent
I was
me that
talking about.
art. That's some sweet art.
Thank you.
That
Showed me the
artist-
art too. It's pretty. It was tight.
Yeah. Did he tell
Wow.
you where his artist is from?
No.
It's from Indonesia.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
You
He's
got
a
the fucking
guy
call
on-
center guy.
Yeah, I got him. I just found his work online
Talking to
8
it.
years ago
Talking
or
to
something.
it on the side.
On the side.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes
boom,
sense.
boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Okay. No, I met him randomly 8 years ago. One of the first bands I was in got art made by him. And then I was like, hey, I liked that. And then I've used him ever since. I've used him for my band Tragic Fates art. I've used him for my solo music art. He's made all of my logos except my most recent couple.
He's
Awesome
from
dude.
Indonesia and lives
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
lives here, or he lives.
Oh,
in-
he lives there.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he was just here, chilling.
No, I've never met him in person.
Oh, damn. Do you know what he looks
No.
like?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what if it's a
I'm
hot
friends
woman?
with him on Facebook.
What if it's a sexy girl,
I don't know.
big tits?
Then they make
Bro.
some good art.
Man. Fly over to Indonesia. I'm just playing.
No, it's cool though. He kind of speaks broken English. He doesn't
Nice.
English not his first language, obviously. So
What language
sometimes
do they speak in Indonesia? Indonesian?
I don't know. It's a good question. I have no idea.
Sanskrit?
Maybe. Let's see.
Clifton's
ask
been assaulted live on the podcast, and he's mad about it.
Nah,
And he's
yeah.
mad about it.
I just got smacked in the fucking face. All right.
You know, woman
It's
on man abuse.
Indonesian. You're right.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
You know, it's usually I don't know which came first, Indonesian or the country, but
I assume probably the country.
I doubt it.
I don't know. The people were there before the country.
Well,
probably.
but
Maybe.
they didn't have any language to name the country.
That's true.
And that's Noam Chomsky. That's an entire lecture by him. He's a communist and a linguist. Somehow he got into communism from being a linguist. I'm not really sure how that
His
works. but-
language drove him to communism, so he read a book.
Yeah, he read the Communist
a fucking
Manifestos.
Big whoop. He read a
Friedrich-
fucking book.
Friedrich
about-
Engels.
about trading and stuff and sharing things. Yeah, I read the Sharing is Caring book too. I read Baby Shark, doot doot doo doo.
The Giving
yeah.
Tree, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's some communist
Giving
propaganda.
Tree.
For real.
Man. So yeah, we got this show at the end of the month. Man, why don't we talk a little bit about that? That's going to
Yeah.
be a good deal.
So it's my birthday show. It's on my girlfriend's birthday actually, but mine is on Tuesday.
Okay.
So on the 11th, but we're combining them and doing one show rather than doing separate ones 2 weeks apart.
Cool.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
That's right.
Is your girlfriend also an artist?
Not a musical artist, but an artist in the sense of like crafting
Calligraphy.
stuff. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Like
She does nails, tattoos, and
Cool.
Uh,
Okay.
hair.
So what is that called?
stuff.
Esthetician, something like that.
Esthetician, Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be it.
Or is that
Yeah.
hair? Which one? I don't fucking.
She does all of that. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, esthetician works very frugal. If
Yeah.
like you're good at what you do and you have like the market and the customer base, you can make a lot of money.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure she's done it for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she probably
Yeah.
makes.
And
great
you're
money.
turning 15,
I'm turning 27.
turning 27.
Yeah.
That's funny. Hey, so yeah, we're doing this show. Where's it at again?
The Rendezvous in St. Joseph,
On
June 29th.
right.
Yep. It's you guys, Blood Daubers. They're
Sick
from
name.
here in KC.
Hell yeah.
They're a duo, and they do like, man, I'm so excited. They do like punk, and they wear like
sorry.
train robber masks, and it's just like, man, it's so
What
good.
kind of music?
It's punk.
Punk. Okay.
It's
cool.
just like I don't know what the kind of punk that you would imagine a guy in a train robber mask screaming about. I
Little
guess.
southwestern,
Yeah.
little twang to it.
Yeah.
But still like.
So they
punk.
tie
Yeah.
damsels up and throw them on train tracks.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't
cool.
know.
I would love to do that.
That
That would be a
wild.
fun, entertaining situation. And then they scream, and then a cowboy comes and helps them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
John Wayne or some shit.
Yeah.
He just throws a banana peel on the track and the fucking train slips off
Slips
like a
off.
1920s film.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah, that's wild. No,
Man.
but then the December is the other band.
The
They're
December?
Local. They're local to St. Joe, and they're grunge and man.
They're good?
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
dude. Whenever you see them, you'll be like, they're a grunge band. You can literally tell by how they look. Like, we're a bunch of dirty punks. You know
What
what
about
I mean?
how they smell?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
No, they'll smell nice.
You come
gonna smell 'em.
sniff them and find out, I guess.
What if I tell them I'm blind? Do you think they'd go for it?
Maybe.
I can't see nothing. Let me sniff you. Let me get a sniff of your head.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
It'll be a lot of
gross.
fun.
That kind of made me a little queasy just saying that. Smells make me really like smells in my stomach, dude. They're
Yeah.
connected. Man. So yeah, as far as our band, we've gone through some lineup changes. Previously, we were Machines Makes Machines, as you know.
Yeah.
But we're kind of playing around with some band names at the moment. I think we've landed on Kind of Heavy as a band name.
Hell yeah.
Because we whittled it down to a 4-piece, and we changed our frontman out for our new frontman, Peyton Barry, who's our longtime friend.
You would love him. You
Yeah.
were in choir. You love metal. You do metal. He was in choir his entire life. He loves metal. He wants to do metal, but I don't know how to do that. So
Yeah.
I don't know how to drop my tuning to C or whatever and play chords that where my strings are flopping all over the place. I don't like it that much. You have to
You
get
don't
higher
even-
gauge strings. Don't want to do that.
Just get a
If you
second
tune
guitar.
low enough, you don't even have to like fret at all. You can just open strum.
I've
Dun,
seen
dun,
them do that,
dun,
and it's wild to me.
Dude, I mean, if you want to explore that for our sound, you can restring that guitar into any gauge
I
you
can
want.
restring my guitar. It's just the rhythms and stuff that they do in metal are alien to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something that I'm not as familiar with as what we're trying to do. So
Yeah, we're really trying. So we're in the development process once again.
Yeah.
Since we rebranded, so we're really trying to figure out what our sound is. So
Yeah.
we're kind of playing around with some covers at the moment.
yeah, we're doing 80s Phil Collins-esque stuff.
Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
get some synthesizers in there. Maybe
Hell
not for
yeah.
this show, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Hell yeah.
And I'm the one writing the songs. So
I want it to just feel like Heavy Velvet, whatever it is that we do. Like
dark 80s pop.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you
So
go.
I mean, I like the Phil Collins aspect with the synthesizers and like the actual engineering. But as far as like what I want it to sound like sonically, I'm thinking like, man, the Stooges. Like that
Yeah.
Heavy Velvet sound. I want that to feel coming out of the speakers. So
Yeah.
that's more what I'm thinking. But we're playing all these covers, trying to nail it down again.
Yeah, we're just doing covers for your birthday. Sorry about
That's
that.
okay,
I
I
hate
don't
it.
care.
We're doing
Yeah.
2 originals. Well,
It sucks.
One for sure, maybe 2. So
Okay. Hell yeah. Am
But
I
we
still
had
doing
to,
a song with you?
Huh?
We talked about doing a song together.
Yeah, we could definitely do a song.
Yeah.
We're in the writing process, so
Hell yeah.
we're in the market to do that.
Yeah. We gotta
That would
figure
be
out.
something that maybe you, Jordan, and Peyton would need to get together and
Mm-hmm.
iron out because he's writing the actual music, Peyton's writing the lyrics.
Yeah.
So if we would put you on a feature, we just need to get the right song together. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
think something real heavy, real grungy.
Oh yeah.
Utilize
Utilize my screaming.
exactly.
Peyton
Maybe
can do that guttural shit too.
Yeah.
He like this. I'm assuming the same way that you like it and what I saw when you showed me the live stuff. He can do all that.
Nice.
I've seen him do it, but yeah,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know about writing shit like that. He can do it, while a song is playing, but actually implementing it in your own style is difficult. I'm assuming.
Oh, definitely. I
but-
mean, I consider like being a front man to a metal band like to akin of being like a rapper. Like it's very style based.
Yeah.
You know?
You really have to like figure out what you want your image to be as a band and kind of go with that.
Right. And like I don't know, there's like shit. You've got people like Trapped Under Ice that kind of like they're not really it's more of like shouting than screaming.
Yeah.
I like that.
Arf, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that shit. And then like
Hell
you've
yeah.
got like heavier bands, like from the early 2000s, like Cradle of Filth, that just like that high pitched Norwegian like style of
Death
screaming. Like there's like different flavors of it, kind of like in hip hop, how like you've got your kind of West Coast flow, you've got your own thing going on in the Midwest, and that's broken all up into its own regions. Like Kansas City has its own specific sound compared to Chicago, and then you get East Coast, and it just changes up again.
Yeah.
I like the Baltimore hardcore scene as far as like hardcore music goes. That's where I think, man, they're doing some cool shit.
Hell yeah.
I like bands like Trapped Under Ice. I like their other band. What is it? I'm forgetting the name.
Grandma fuckers.
No.
Okay.
Damn it! It was the one that I was like talking about a couple months ago. I'm like, we should go this way whenever we were machines.
Yeah, grandma fuckers.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, cool.
I'm blanking right now, dude, but they're really cool.
That's their name too, Blankin. We're sharing alcohol right now.
Jeez. Anyway,
It tastes like vanilla. It's
gross.
good stuff. I don't like Tito's very often, but sometimes.
I haven't drank in almost a year, so I'm trying to ride that wave.
We're going to keep it that way.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I get more done. I just got in some trouble. It set me back a whole year, so
Yeah.
playing catch up.
I get that.
Man,
I
what's
was,
going on with your other band?
We're I was kind of talking to him a little bit about that earlier. We're back together technically. We just haven't started practicing really yet. We're kind of trying to let things happen organically rather than like trying to force, like we have a show in 3 months, we have to practice once a week. We're just kind of gonna practice and hang out, and then when it comes time to book a show, we'll book a show.
Hell
kind
yeah.
of thing. It definitely won't be until next year. We're talking about like Halloween 2025.
Oh, wow.
Before we come back, actually. Yeah, just because we have another lineup change, so we have to work in some new instruments. And
Do you guys have a
we
practice space? Sorry for interrupting.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you pay for it?
No.
Or is it a house? That
Drummer's
one of
house.
them- Okay.
It's usually
never
what
mind.
it is. I mean,
right.
A lot of times I feel
Fuck.
like.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, it is. Because it.
Yeah.
Right
Well,
now,
because as
yeah.
a drummer, obviously you have the most shit to move. So.
And you're making the most noise. Might as well just do
Yeah.
it at the drummer's house.
Right. Well, and then loading all your drums up into your car, your vehicle, and then going and unloading them into somewhere, and then tearing it all down and doing it again.
I've got my drums in my
a reason.
trunk
There
right
you go.
now, just in case.
There's skulls.
She
They're
asked what is
actually-
on his gauges, which
These are actually I got these at a tattoo convention. They're hand carved. They're
Very
water
cool.
buffalo bone.
That's
no,
badass.
Yeah,
Not,
the
not
skulls
this
are actual
second.
bone.
The one thing, I'm uncircumcised, and I wanted to get my foreskin gauged,
Yeah.
and so the tip of my penis could look like a little pigs in the blanket.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You could do that. See, you could do that. You could do that.
Yeah.
Or
So
you could do the thing where they have that little dildo that's like this, and you put it in your pee hole, and you can stretch that out.
okay,
instead.
yeah, sounding, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could a metal, and then you flick the end of it, and it kind of vibrates, and it puts you on a different chakra. I've heard.
Yeah.
It's called
I've heard.
sounding.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, sounding is interesting. And then you get milked.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
You
yeah.
put your
Love
dick-
getting milked.
You ever seen those cornhole boards?
Yeah.
You stick your dick through one of those and lay
Oh,
on
yeah.
it, and there's somebody underneath that milking you like an udder.
That's
and then
crazy.
you moo, and then you moo while you do it.
Yeah, moo.
Yeah. Or you could do the, the horse type situation. I think they milk horses too, and then they have to. The thing that they do to girl horses is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole like sheath.
The way that they impregnate girl horses on like
horrifying.
it's terrifying. You can look it up on YouTube. Probably if you get a VPN, NordVPN, our sponsor.
Yep, that's right. NordVPN.
NordVPN. If you get a VPN and go on YouTube and then change your VPN IP address to India, you can watch them inseminate horses, women horses, on YouTube. So if you want to do that,
Interesting.
that's a good tip. It's a good
Life hack.
porn tip there.
Dude,
It's a
it
life
smells
hack.
like shit and hay.
Yeah, horses are bitches, dude.
Fuck horses. Man, fuck horses. Dude, cars
Man.
all the way. Dude, I'll drive a car any day. Riding a horse, no way.
Could you imagine? I actually grew up in Jamesport, Missouri. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's a really heavy Amish town. So I grew up around a lot of, like, on farms and stuff. That's
Buggies.
where I grew up.
Horses and buggies.
Literally, horses and
Yeah.
buggies everywhere. I've driven horse and buggies before when I was young.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
I was like a kid.
Do
you
they
know?
come with steering wheels or?
No, it's reins, and you
Right.
pull this one, and they go that way, and you pull this one, and it goes that way.
That's actually pretty.
Do they have
actually kind
automatic
of-
horses or are they still manual? How do those
They're
work?
manual, you gotta-
yeah.
Pull on it and make them stop.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
Tesla came out with a nice buggy.
Yeah.
That would be cool if
Can see
Tesla
that.
started making automized horses and buggies.
Dude, robo
Damn.
horses.
That would be sick because they're
Oh
Cybertruck.
my
I've been
God.
seeing them now. Have you seen a Cybertruck on the road?
Yeah.
You have.
I've seen
have
a
you?
couple of them.
Have you seen Clifton?
I have not.
Okay, so they aesthetically, if you look at all the other cars around them, aesthetically, it's jarring.
Yeah.
Like the car, like I don't know how to describe it other than just like
A jump
aesthetic
scare.
purposes. They look crazy driving next to a PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
or
It's like a
truck.
jump scare almost.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, what the fuck is that?
You're like that car's not fully rendered. I'm not playing fucking a video game right now. Like what's
It's like
going
a
on?
8-bit vehicle on
Yes.
the road.
Bro,
We're
I
in
mean,
4K.
When you see one, you will it will be It's like a weird like sensation that you've probably never felt in your life, especially not the love of a woman. But other than that, yeah, they're crazy to look at.
the Kansas City tested, I'll tell you what. Did you see that? Man, they've already shot up a Cybertruck in Kansas City. It really is bulletproof.
Hey, that's good.
Man.
At least I think.
What were they testing it, or were they trying to shoot the person?
I would
that
imagine
was in
it was a gang member that had a lot of money that bought a Tesla truck, and then
That's always shocked me that people that sell stuff and drugs and do illegal activity buy nice cars. And
Well,
let-
yeah, you'd think you'd want to drive a beater so you're
right, you
conspicuous.
blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, there's two trains of thought.
that's
I
how they
guess.
got Jaleel White.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was driving a Cybertruck.
You know what's crazy? I was watching
I
a
can
movie
see
last
that.
night with Jaleel White in it. Big Fat Liar. He's in that movie. Like, dude, that's so wild. He was the black guy driving the car whenever he picked up Paul Giamatti on the side of the road in the sports car.
Have you ever seen Family Matters? Steve Urkel. Did I do that? My
It's
time.
not from our time either.
It kind of
Nick
is.
at Night.
Nick and Night, yeah.
Yeah. George Lopez.
George
Oh,
Lopez.
hell
was
yeah,
awesome.
dude. I used to fucking...
George Lopez.
I wanted to
was-
fuck George Lopez's wife.
Something about that intro just got me going.
Yeah.
His big
Hearing that in the
fat-
middle of the night.
Oh, his
Acne
his
scars.
daughter was hot as fuck. Carmela, what's her name?
Carnitas.
Yeah, that one.
Fuck.
Anytime
Yeah.
I see him, I just think of him in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's all I can
Oh,
see.
okay, yeah, the big head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big robot, Mr. Electricidad.
He does have a big head in real life, though.
Yeah.
He's got
It's
huge
even bigger.
pores.
Yeah.
You ever seen his acne scars?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, bro. What's that
Yeah.
about?
he's picking
You know-
at himself.
You know who else has big acne scars?
Me.
Fucking Morpheus. Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
You know his daughter did porn?
No.
Yeah,
what's
dude. His
understand?
daughter.
Let's look into that.
Yeah, bro. His daughter
Link
did
in the
porn.
comments.
It was a big deal. It was like a fuck you dad kind of thing.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Damn.
And he had to keep acting and be quiet. He was sturdy about it. He was just like,
Did you know
I don't know what you're
Denzel
talking
Washington molested his cousin while she was a 12-year-old?
whoa.
Wait.
Or no, Morgan Freeman. My bad. Morgan Freeman did that.
That would be wild.
In Minecraft, because it was technically that he got taken to court and it got whatever it's called, dismissed. But allegedly he molested his 12-year-old niece or cousin or something.
Yeah, you did.
Oh
do
well,
30,
fuck
bro.
Denzel Curry.
That's not even the same guy.
The ultimate.
I am the one that.
Man.
Hey, that Rage Against the Machine cover he did went hard as fuck.
Did
bro. The Bulls on Parade.
It was
If you haven't seen
not
that shit
one.
is crazy. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh yeah, Denzel Curry. Yeah. That
Yeah.
one was fucking sick for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kills it, man. He's I would love to see him live. That's like I think he does.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, he came here with Suicide Boys, and I went with Emmy.
Man, how was it?
It was great.
Was that
Damn.
Azura or Sandstone?
It was
or
Sandstone. Yeah.
Verizon
Cricket Wireless.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
It was a
is
tight
now.
fuck. It was a sick
It's
concert.
been like 6 things since I went there.
God.
My dad.
I
Used
saw
to
them
play
there
that.
too.
Sandstone.
Yeah.
Sandstone, dude. We should play at Sandstone.
There you go.
We gotta play at Sandstone, dude.
We have to. It's a rite of passage.
You have to.
Warp Tour back. Bring back Warp Tour.
Bring back fans Warp Tour. Love that stuff. All the
When did that
alternative
end?
girls.
2018 maybe? I don't know. I went to the last one.
All those alternative girls going there, taking a bunch of Molly, and then having sex and not remembering it.
Dude, I did
Where'd my other van go?
the last my first Warp Tour was the last Warp Tour. So, because of my religious upbringing and stuff, I wasn't allowed to go to concerts and
Right.
stuff like that. Like, that's Satan, obviously, so can't do that. But once I like moved out and stuff, I went finally, and it was the last one. But like the gas station before we got there, I dropped a double tab of acid, and we were there. I was like, if you've ever been at Azura, big concrete parking lot, hot as shit. It's like
I've never
triple
been to
digits.
Azura.
You're just standing on concrete.
Is
Well, there's
Azura
like-
Sandstone?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's the same
yes, I
place.
have been there.
Yeah.
Yes, that place, the parking is terrible.
Yeah, horrible.
It's right next to where the
the Renfest is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Renfest.
I don't.
Me
I
too.
love it.
I remember going there
Like,
verbally
actually, I hate
berating camels, though. That was good. I got drunk and I yelled at the camels and said, "Why do you have one hump? You're a pussy," or something like that. I don't remember
Hell
exactly,
yeah,
but
that tracks.
I like going there, eating a good dose of mushrooms and time traveling. That's my bag.
I could see that.
one
That's
hump
fun.
chump.
It's a good one. I have not done that.
If you go in full fucking costume, a good dose of mushrooms, dog, you feel like you know.
You're
Have you
there.
ever seen the Ash versus Undead or Evil Dead 3, where Ash goes back in time? That's what you feel like. It's awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do all that. I actually was part of the group of people that started the Renfest in St. Joe.
No shit. I didn't even know they had
Yeah.
a. What? When is that?
It was just in May a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
I would have fucking gone if
Yeah.
I knew about that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, it's next year, I guess. Yeah. Me and my
Alright.
girlfriend Vin did at it this year instead. I don't work for them anymore, but the first couple years I did, and I was an actor, and like I played there. And
What did
Dude.
you act as?
A
Can
pirate.
I guess?
I'm the
I didn't hear
pirate
what you
king.
said. Fuck.
The pirate.
I was the
king.
pirate king of
I
the
wanted
festival.
to take
That's
guesses.
badass.
Yeah, I had 3 ships. Like literally, like we built them
Nice.
ourselves, and they're like full-size pirate ships. Nuts.
I like how they have the town fools in Renfest.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool thing because they are just like homeless people. They should just bring in a bunch of a homeless person, like a real homeless person for that, and dress them up.
There we go.
That
Got
would
your
be.
Parmesan. got a Newport. I
You
can
got a
borrow.
Newport.
No, it's a lot of fun though. I like getting to.
You should mention
Dress
that
up
to the
like
people
that.
that run the Ren Fair that you started.
I will.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get an actual homeless
That's a
person
good
because I
idea.
feel like that's the same type of. They'd freak out, dude, if they see a bunch of people in costume.
He's not even in costume.
Where
He's just in
am
his
I?
fucking.
No, he can't be wearing like his. You gotta dress him up. You gotta, kind
What you
of.
have to do is you have to have it somehow to where they wake up inside of the Renfest.
That would be
And
good.
then they're
Yeah, they just
horrified. They have no idea where they are.
and the somehow is you get a thing of chloroform and you find one.
Somehow.
And you put them in a unmarked panel van, and then you have to strip them. Obviously, you're gonna have to strip them and dress them up
Yeah.
while they're knocked
100%.
out.
Yeah.
And then they wake up in the grounds with a loot.
Where's my other van?
They wake up with like a treasure chest full of fake gold next to them, and they're dressed in garb, and
They can drink as much as they want. They have to be allowed to
What
drink as much.
happened?
They get free alcohol. And then they just go bother people, I guess.
They just yell at people.
They do what they normally would.
Yeah.
They have to heckle for food.
Yeah.
Damn.
That would be great. We would have to see how long it would take them to just accept their new reality. You know?
They
you
definitely
could give them a
would.
turkey leg.
Oh,
One
bro.
turkey leg.
That's like the Matrix for those types of
they'd be
people.
like, what the hell is this?
That's a good day's work. A turkey leg and a mead, dude.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Some would call that exploitative, but I would say it's doing them a favor. So,
I mean, you're feeding them.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's beneficial towards all parties. You get a real crazy person, and they get to eat.
Yeah.
And
drink.
then if they bite somebody, dude, you can literally just set all deniability. They're not an employee. They're a homeless guy.
Right,
We
that
don't
does
know
make
how they
sense,
got in
actually.
here.
Right.
Who?
Who?
We had no idea there was a homeless guy living in the porta potty for the whole 30 days of the
Why is he
festival.
dressed like that? Why does he have a classical lute?
How did he, bro? That's a true rag to riches story, dog. What if in the 30 days he goes from fool to king? That would be
Holy
crazy.
shit. Climbs the
By
ranks.
the end, he just has like 1,000,000 turkey legs.
And then it ends, and
More
then he's
meat than
homeless
he can
again.
drink.
What the fuck? I was
Damn.
king once.
But, this is actually attainable, and you don't have to be a part of this. But we could do this. We could kidnap a homeless person
For science.
and then put them in a Ren Fair and see what happens and film it, and that would be exploitive. But
That's better than bum fights.
right.
That's way better than bum fights.
All right, Clifton. So we do a segment called Cliff Notes because his name is Clifton. You get it? I was just making sure you got it. It's hard to figure out. Kind of some people don't really get it.
What does that mean? What's a cliff note?
So I don't even know, to be honest. But whatever he's been watching recently, we'll have him from memory try to recap what happened in the movie.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it's usually that.
Are you gonna like actually accurately describe it, or are you gonna vaguely?
No, it's
describe
from
it?
memory, so whatever he remembers.
Okay.
It's basically like a scribble, like of a thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's usually when I want to drink and not talk.
That's what we're getting at. So, all right. I was watching Big Fat Liar last night, trying to get the house to calm down. You know, everybody chill out. Casey passed out in my bed.
Shout
Had a
out
girl
Jaleel
in there
White.
with me. We were watching The Blue Man, Paul Giamatti. Anyway, it's a Frankie Muniz 2002 film. Amanda Bynes before she went off the deep end, you know, and got
Amanda
molested.
Bynes.
Maybe she was in the middle of getting molested. I don't know. That's not really what I'm commenting on here. You know, rest in peace to their childhoods. But basically, the movie starts off like this. Frankie Muniz is trying to get to school. He's riding on his skateboard. 3 bullies press him for his skateboard. Frankie Muniz says something smart. That's his character, right? And they beat him up, take a skateboard. He's late to school. And he climbs in through the window. And his teacher's like, did you just climb in through that window? And he's like, no. And she's like, well, where's your paper? And we didn't know that he didn't write his paper. I don't know. I'd give it a B movie. It's a B movie.
Okay.
Anyway,
I've seen
he's
the
like, my
movie.
dad was sick. You can call him. And I guess this character that he's playing, Jason, can get out of anything.
It's kind of like
He's a liar.
like a Ferris Bueller's Day Off situation.
But for like 14-year-olds.
Right.
Right. And so pretty much what he does is...
What does BDSM stand for? Bind. What is it? Is it not bind?
Bondage, probably.
Bondage. Damn it! I was trying to do a Amanda Bynes DSM thing, but never mind. All right, continue.
Anyway, he gives his teacher pretty much his cell phone number, and she calls it up, and he impersonates his dad, and he's like, "Yeah, I was sick. Jason saved my life. Blah blah blah. That's why he couldn't write his paper." So she comes back, and she's like, "Jason, it's all good." And then the next scene, it's the end of the day. He's going to leave. This teacher is like, "Jason, can you come here for a second?" And he's like, "Oh no, I got to get home and take care of my dad." His dad's in the motherfucking classroom, and they're like, this paper counts for 1/3 of his grade for the semester, and without it, he will fail, blah, blah, blah. He's a piece of shit. Your son's retarded.
At what point does Paul Giamatti turn blue? Because I remember this movie that you're talking about, and I remember him being painted blue. Is it because they're in like a warehouse and chasing him all over the place?
No.
Oh.
It's a little sneakier than that. They put a bunch of blue dye in his pool because they like... So later in the movie, after they get to... So basically, let me put Paul Giamatti into context. He goes home and he writes the best paper ever. Just shits it out of his ass. Just right out the butt cheeks, dude, onto the paper. Big Fat Liar. And so he writes this amazing paper that's going to save his grade, but he only has 15 minutes to get to the community college to give it to his teacher. That's part of the agreement.
Right.
So he takes his sister's bike. He's hustling. And then he hits this limo, this white limo.
Yeah.
Boom! Fucks him up. And it's Paul Giamatti. He's a movie producer. And he's on the way to film on set in Michigan somewhere, blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, fuck this kid. Keep going. And then the kid's like, I'm going to sue you. And so they give him a ride. Paul Giamatti gives him advice on how to be a better liar.
Hold on 1 second. Do you think the Blue Man Group, do they have sex with the paint on or off?
I would have to say they have had to have sex at least once with it on, with each other.
I don't think that they're painted. I think they're tattooed that color.
That would be sweet.
So they have to be
I wish.
Smurfs, basically. Okay,
I
cool.
wish
I
they
was
were.
just trying to
That'd be
figure
sick.
out how they fuck, because I think it's sexy. Yeah, they're Smurfs. Yeah, they dress them up
Yep.
like little Smurfs,
Damn,
and then they put them in their own little
They
village.
have permanent blue balls.
Anyway, so Paul Giamatti gives him a ride back to the community college so he can turn in this paper. And he gives him advice on how to be a better liar. And so basically, he ends up leaving his paper in the limo, and Paul Giamatti reads it. Being the sneaky producer that he is, he's like, this is good. I'm going to make this into my next movie.
I'm gonna make it into a movie.
So he goes in there. The paper's not in his backpack. And he's like, this movie producer, he picked me up. And that sounds like a lie to them because he's already lying. They're
Right.
like, boy cried wolf shit. Whatever, you're grounded for the whole summer. You got to go to summer school. So fast forwards a couple months, they're in a movie. They see a trailer for Big Fat Liar. He's like, this is my fucking movie. This is my paper. What the fuck? You know? So immediately he goes to tell his dad. His dad's like, I'm so sick of your lies. I'm just so disappointed in you. He's like, motherfucker, I'm going to do something about this. So he goes over to talk to Amanda Bynes. He's like, we got to go to L.A. We got to talk to this asshole. And she's like, why? So he can call my dad, you know? Because then my dad thinks I'm a liar. So he pulls out a wad of cash. He's like, I have 3 years of chore money and allowance and lawn mowing, whatever. Big wad of cash. We're going. Then Amanda Bynes is like, well, I'm supposed to stay with my grandma. And he's like, your grandma is senile.
Do you
So
think
they end
Amanda
up-
Bynes does OnlyFans now?
She does?
Hope she does.
Let's look that up here. You keep
She
going.
probably does.
Link in the comments.
Anywho,
No, I'm actually looking.
so
it up.
basically the bully that started all this, that made him late in the first place, they end up getting him to basically put on a dress and hang out with Amanda Bynes' grandma, her character's grandma. And so they go off to L.A. And then so they find this movie producer.
No.
They go straight to the studio, and he confronts him
Unfortunate.
right out
Hold
front.
on.
And then Paul Giamatti has him thrown out.
Shit.
So then what ensues, what do we find? What do
Whoa.
we find?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No,
Okay.
there's probably fake nudes of her getting fucked on. You know,
Disappointed. I was really looking
yeah, that would have been sick. Would have loved that.
So basically, what ends up
She used to be a
happening,
piece of fucking, beautiful woman.
a real piece of a beautiful woman.
Yes.
That's in multiple pieces now. Anyway, that's dark. So they end up stalking this guy. They blackmail this other limo driver into basically like driving them all around LA. And they get his schedule, and they fuck with him hard. They make him look like a big dummy, a big dum-dum. And they paint him blue. They rewire his car. They make him late for meetings. You know, really fuck this guy around. But what ends up happening is Paul Giamatti ends up being the bigger man and the bigger liar, and he ends up spinning it the right way. So in a last-ditch effort, they have to get Jaleel White, who's supposed to be in, like, the head actor.
Rest
Well,
in
he's
peace.
second to a chicken.
R.I.P.
Yep, R.I.P. He's second to the chicken, so he's like, you know, the chicken's the main actor in the movie for Big Fat Liar, and then
Right.
the black guy's the second. So,
Right.
you know, can't be a black man in Hollywood without putting a dress on or being second to the chicken. But I don't know. That I picked up on that in the script.
Shit. Damn.
Shit, damn. Anyway, they get all these people to pretty much make this dude look crazy at the very end in front of all of his like executives. He ends up getting fired, and then like his assistant that he's hella mean to all the time ends up taking his job, and then Frankie Muniz isn't a liar anymore.
Good. He gets
And,
made whole.
Yeah.
Frankie Muniz of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, you know he has fucking like severe brain damage. He doesn't remember filming that shit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was
A
probably
fever
heavily
dream.
molested.
That's what
if
I'm
I had to
saying.
assume.
Trauma blocked all that
Yeah.
shit out.
Or he just gets
By
brain damage
Walter-
from getting
by
his
Walter
fucking head
White.
bounced off a wall.
Walter White.
Just kidding.
Walter
molested,
White.
whatever the actor's name. that
Bryan
plays-
Cranston?
Bryan Cranston molested him
would be
allegedly
crazy.
in
What
Minecraft.
does Breaking Bad have to do with this? I was so confused.
Bryan Cranston was the dad in Malcolm in the Middle too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
was doing it.
Yeah.
Walter White.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like his side family.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
B. It was so like I know Breaking Bad came out after Malcolm in the Middle, but it was kind of like a prequel.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle was to Breaking Bad.
He just didn't want to have a disabled son, so he had to have another family.
Right.
Pretty much. He's like, man, in this one family, I've got 3 dumbasses, and in this other one, I got a retard. I got to cook meth.
That's yep.
Yo, there's an alternative ending to Breaking Bad where Bryan Cranston wakes up as Hal, and he's like, "Oh, Lois, I had just the most terrible dream. I had cancer, and I was cooking meth." Like, that's a terrific show, man. I mean, the whole universe between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, awesome. El Camino was like just a double episode of Breaking Bad, if you ask me. It's a lot easier to digest if you take it like that instead of it being like a movie.
I thought you were going to talk about the similarities between Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, they are very similar.
There's a lot of similarities
Lot of
going
similarities.
on. there.
Southwestern landscape,
Yeah.
poor, mean wife,
Yeah.
bitch
Very
wife.
mean wife.
Fuck.
I used to want to fuck Skylar White so bad, and it doesn't even make sense because she's not like traditionally attractive, but just her character in that show is somehow, I don't know how, but it is very sexual.
Well, were you close with your mother?
No.
That's probably
Oh,
why.
okay. Well, whatever.
Oh,
I have
man.
trauma that I need to get over, but I won't.
We all got trauma here.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Bro, I got some fucked up trauma, dude. But you know what? We out here
We
like
out
a
here.
G, dude. Just straight pimping it.
Yeah.
Thug
straight
it
up.
out,
This
I
trauma
believe.
out, dude. Make
Hell
it work
yeah,
for
dude.
you.
Have you seen
Facts.
the new Drake song, "Hey There, Delilah" cover? Magua Delilah? No,
It's
no?
terrible.
You seen it?
I saw Plain White Tees listening to it, and the guy was like,
This isn't Drake.
"This isn't Drake."
Man,
You should listen to it. It's very funny.
Plain White Tees live, fucking phenomenal.
You saw
I
that?
want you to know. Yep. I saw him at Phase Fest here in KC last year.
Hell yeah. Have
They stole
put-
my idea. I did the British version of "Hey There, Delilah,"
Damn.
Yeah. Did
auto
they,
tuned.
oh, they really did though.
You better sue him. Get
I'm
some
going
money.
to. That
as well.
unknown artist from Toronto. I'm coming for you. I'm
Worst
gonna
they can say
actually.
is no.
Huh?
Worst they can say is no.
Worst they can say is I'm not gonna sue them. It's not gonna be a legal thing. I'm gonna find that guy.
They just keep culturally appropriating us Americans.
They do. They stole.
Man,
I mean, I don't
unreal.
even think Plain White Tees are from here. Are they? Are they American?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think they're from Michigan.
Well,
that
fuck
tracks.
Michigan. Number one.
First of all.
Place sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Detroit
alright.
City.
No, I have an
Detroit
ex-girlfriend
Rock
from there. She's
Yeah,
a
bro.
bitch.
Fuck yeah. You know, I used to work for work with the drummer from Almost Kiss. Like, so Kiss to be a Kiss cover band, you have to be sanctioned by Kiss. And there were only 4 Kiss cover bands in the whole world. And I worked with the drummer for the North American Kiss cover band. And boy, he was a fucking bad alcoholic. He got in a car wreck, and it sped up his dementia. So, he's been fucked up for, 5 years, but he doesn't have health insurance, so they've been misdiagnosing him this whole time. And, his whole life fell apart. They made him go through all this DUI shit while he's going through all this dementia stuff, bro. And this man can't play drums anymore. But God, does he still love Kiss? You bring up
Kiss Army for life, bro.
life, dude.
It's like deadheads, dude. It's disgusting.
You know, Gene Simmons, it's said that he didn't actually play bass at any of those fucking shows. There was a bass player underneath the stage playing all of that shit.
And sucking his dick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's
He would just-
number one.
Underneath the
They had a
Underneath
hole
that.
cut out in the stage where he could just go put it on there and slip it through and get milk.
That's why they used to wear those big robes in the old, like the powdered wigs and the robes, because they would constantly have a man sucking penis under there. But yeah, Clifton's into brutalism, and it's not the architecture. It's some form of
It's a
art,
sexual
graphic
kink.
design, I guess.
No, I'm kidding.
That I've never heard of before.
Brutalism is a graphic design style that I've definitely been into. I'm implementing it on my album cover. My album is called Flavored Up, because it's flavored up, dude, and it's my first release. I nutted up. I quit fucking around trying to make singles, because if you ask me, that's bad advice for artists. You should keep making albums, and you should keep doing the traditional practice.
Tim disagrees with that.
we had a whole
Tim went
conversation
to a
about
songwriter's course here.
it. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And he advised the opposite.
I got the same advice, and to be honest, man, I took that route for the first 2 years of my solo career, and what I found is as far as a discography looks and what I look for as an artist, I listen to albums still. So I'm gonna produce albums because that's the forum that I'm familiar with. But single chasing, that should be like a side quest. Too many artists are treating it like the main quest and neglecting like if you took all those singles and you turned them into an album, I feel like it would be easier to sell at the end of the day, even if you're just selling those hard copies yourself, because at least you have something to put in somebody's hand. And there are people out there that appreciate the art form that goes into making an actual CD, an album, and all that.
Yeah,
you know,
no one does it anymore.
Exactly, you know. So I'm making cassettes for my album. I'm making CDs, T-shirts, stickers. I'm doing the whole thing. Anything I can sell to somebody in person or online, you know, because I think it's crazy because I feel like even when we started off as Grimm, when we were 18, like, we were stream chasing, right? And I think that model is tired.
We got one.
Yeah, bro, we popped.
What do you
popped
mean?
On one. We popped.
Danny
on
Brown retweeted one of our songs.
But we didn't get any money off of that.
Huh?
We didn't get any money off.
Yeah,
of that.
but we still got fucking 18,000 views on SoundCloud, which
We got, like,
for a
38
fucking obscure like garage jazz band is like very difficult to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think single chasing is a tired practice. I think in 2024 and 2025 things are going to shift more to albums. I think it's going to be, instead of how do I get 1 million people to listen to this, how do I get 10,000 people to listen to it? And like, how do I get 10,000 people to buy this?
Yeah. I think it depends too on what your goal is. You know what I mean? Like, for me, releasing an album wouldn't be viable because I don't have that much original music, for one.
Right.
And in my brain, people's attention spans aren't long anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, me personally, I'll listen to an album if it's like an artist I already know. You know what I mean? Like someone that I'm looking forward to this coming out because I already know who they are. Most of the time, if someone you don't know is like, here's an album, you're going to be like, okay. And it's in the glove box in my car, and it's been there since they handed it to me. Which might sound bad, maybe. But I just feel like people's attention spans aren't long enough to sit down and listen to an album anymore.
Especially our age group.
With the culture of like TikTok and like 1 minute.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like having that like instant gratification, I guess maybe is what you would word it as. But that doesn't work for everyone. You know what I mean? Because like hip hop is different than like what I do, which is like, I don't even know what I'd call it.
Singer-songwriter,
folk.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like
punk
for
folk.
me, it makes a little bit more sense to do it that way because I'm not trying to get famous. I don't know if that sounds
That's
weird
kind
or
of like my whole thing is
I'm like,
you want a
know,
niche.
I have a family now, and I, like full-time job, and I'm in 3 organizations, and like I'm just like really busy. So I'm at a point now in my life where I do the music still because it's fun and I enjoy doing it, but I don't care about like getting famous anymore.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like if it does happen, that's cool. But I'm not striving for that anymore. I'm just releasing my stuff because it's my story.
Yeah.
I guess. And I just
You want to share
want
it.
people to hear
Yeah.
like my story, but without, I don't know how.
I've always thought like the best way a musician can gain an audience is niche stuff.
Yeah.
Like getting like if you have, let's say you have fucking 10,000 people, but they'll buy your stuff because they like your music, and you sell a CD for $5, that's 50 grand. Like, I think I'm terrible.
No, that's good. Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
but like, like you don't need, and that's how all artists really start, unless you get signed to like a major label and they push your stuff. But like, that's so difficult nowadays to get on like a major label, unless you have like a popular song already. They kind of just make you do all the work, and then they'll sign you, and then you're obscure at that point because nobody's gonna listen to a full album from somebody that takes so long to. But yeah, just get a niche audience and then work that. That's what really matters, is having like people that actually fuck with, that feel the same way that you do, that can't describe it through any other means other than your music.
Right.
That's really what's important.
And that's kind of what I was saying, like, it's different for different people. Like, everything is like that. You know? Like,
Especially in
2
art.
bands can play the same song and cover the same song and it'll sound completely different.
Especially in art.
You know
yeah,
what I
like
mean?
everything is so
Yeah.
fucking, you know,
Subjective.
yes.
I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, but like, but yeah, I mean, I feel like different strokes for different folks. if
Yeah,
that's
like
what
you
wanna
you
say.
have like
yeah.
what, like 10, you have probably a bunch of friends here that fuck with your music.
Yeah.
Like you just
Or
gotta
people I know
think
personally.
there's at least the amount of people that fuck with your music in this city, in St. Louis, and that's 30 more people, and then or
Yeah.
whatever, how
Right.
many ever people, and then you go to New York, there's at least 30 people that fuck with your sound there. Like if you take the entire United States and just factoring in the United States, not even Europe
Other
or whatever,
countries and
yeah, you're gonna at least have fucking 100 people that fuck with your stuff on to a point where
Right.
they'll buy something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Man, I think you can achieve. I definitely think it's important to release singles. I'm not saying don't release singles. I'm just saying release singles to a point. The way I'm going to end up doing this, I'm not releasing my album probably closer towards the end of the summer. I want to get all the content around the album ready to go, and I want all my TikToks, everything prefabricated and on a schedule. And then I'm gonna write 2 more songs for the album, and then I'm gonna pick 1 song off the album to then take off the album and release as a single as hype for the album on all major platforms. So that way I have something to kind of push around.
Right.
Then I'm gonna put out a music video, and then I'm gonna slowly start to release things, probably 3 weeks up to the release of the album. And then at that point, I'm gonna throw a campaign at it, throw a little bit of money for some ad space.
Right.
And then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set everything up to where it all drives back to Stepdad Records website, because I want them to buy our merch. I want them to buy my merch, buy physical copies if they want. And then after that, man, I'm focusing entirely on this album for Kind of Heavy. I plan on getting that done sometime. Same exact formats, because like the why I'm doing this album, it's not to get famous. It's just to prove that I can generate some sort of a profit off of a release. Because
exactly.
I'm really interested in trying to monetize. I think it's really important, especially in today. And as a starving artist, man, they made it so hard.
It's impossible.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't rely on DSPs.
I was just telling him, like, the algorithms really do work against original content. Like, I was showing him, like, I was scrolling through my TikTok, and there was a point where, like, I was posting 3 TikToks a day, every single day, because I was told that would boost you in the algorithm. And I never got over 400 views on any of those, posting 3 times a day. It just stayed at exactly the same, no matter what I posted. And, like, my original content, when I'd post, like, actually me playing, it got substantially less than that. Like, I mean, the one that I posted got, like, 100 views of my song, like, of my original song that I wrote. And I was like, damn, how does this get 100 views, and then the video that I just posted of a band that I went and saw get 1,500? You know what I mean? It's kind of
It's also
I don't know.
tiring.
Yeah,
you have to
it's-
think about what you're gonna post
it's
every
exhausting
fucking day.
for sure. Like, I post every single day. I don't know if you've noticed that on my Facebook page. I post on my page daily at 3:30 p.m. every single day. I post, and that is because when I wake up in the morning, I make the post and I schedule it to post, so I don't have to think about it. Like, my post I made today announcing the song, I set it to 3:30, and I was like driving here when it released, so I didn't have to think about, like, oh shit, it's 3:30, I gotta go make a post real quick. It'll just do it automatically.
Right.
Yeah. But no, with this song, I'm kind of doing the same thing you are with the album, like you were talking about. I have exclusive merch with the art on it that I'm gonna have.
Dude, I'd buy a fucking
I'm gonna
t-shirt
do some
with that motherfucker on it.
I'm really
I'm
excited.
gonna, as soon as you get them.
$65 a
I'll
pop.
let you know, yeah. $100 a shirt. No, I'm just kidding. But
Hey,
no, I'm
original
doing
art.
that, and I'm doing a well, I mean, you already know. I'm talking to you about it. Music video, and I'm going to do a photo shoot next week with one of my friends. She's a photographer. We're gonna go do some photos.
Tell him, honey.
For
Hey,
promo stuff.
speak your mind, honey. Hey, get over here and speak your mind, girl. Sorry.
But
Say something in the mic. It's a little something right here, right quick.
yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, okay.
Your music, your photo shoot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we haven't really decided what we're doing yet. I don't think it's gonna involve me in nice clothes at a abandoned church somehow.
Right, that
but
makes sense. I
we
was
have to
gonna ask,
figure that
what
out.
is this, the photo shoot or the music video?
The photo
photo
shoot,
shoot.
and then the music video is also, that's kind of the idea we talked about anyway. Of like, that's gonna be the idea of the music video too.
It's like the Polyphia shit. You know Polyphia?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know they are.
the one where they did in the abandoned church. Their goat, I think is what it was called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like, just because of the story of the song, that vibe kind of fits really well.
That does fit. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as location, so I would describe your sound as little church in the big city.
Yeah.
That's like how I would describe your sound, and I have an idea for a location. You remember that old Mexican church over off of Southwest Boulevard by the American Shaman's warehouse?
Yeah, but it's functioning.
Yeah, I know, but it's old. Then they
That's
would
true. Yes.
and it's white, and it's like Pueblo style, and I think it would work really well visually with your sound from what I heard on that song. And so that's kind of what I was envisioning.
be
We
cool.
get you into like what's the word, like dressed up Southwestern, not cowboy-esque, but like Southwestern, you know?
Yeah.
Get you in a nice vest, maybe
We get you a little
nice
Chiquita
boot.
basket to put on your head.
I got snakeskin pointed toes, bro.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I grew up in the
Well-
country. I have that stuff.
Exactly. That's what I'm envisioning. And yeah, I envision this location because it's all white. And I think it would be really good for the song because it's in the middle of downtown Kansas City, but it's like an old functioning church.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if we reached out to them, because I mean, I told the Y that we're doing this music video for me tomorrow as a film school project. They just don't ask me why. They said, yeah, is this for school? And I didn't go against it. I was like, yeah.
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 100%.
Huh? Yes.
Yes. The answer
Anyway.
is yes. You're gonna help.
Anyway,
You have to help.
I think we could do the same thing if we just let them know it's like a film school project, you know, and it's at the church. It's kind of faith-based. They're not going to listen to the song, but if we just tell them these things and let them know we have good intentions, I'm sure they would let us do it.
So
Well, 'cause
completely
my
going
idea-
against what the church stands for.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
I
all
mean,
right because they're
kinda
Mexican and they don't know what's being said.
That's the point of the song kind of anyway, is going against the norm.
That would be pretty metal if you trick a bunch of fucking. Well, that's actually kind of fucked up. They're a bunch of Hispanic, like from Mexico Mexicans that do not speak the greatest English, and you're just tricking them to use their place of worship.
Well, I have another church we could use if we don't want to use that one that's over in the north side of the old Italian neighborhood, right over
Yeah.
here. So I got two locations, one or the other, that I think would be really good for this.
It'd be cool too, because like my idea was kind of to start out with it like that, with kind of light, me in a white suit, and then like whenever the song switches, well, you know what I'm talking about, whenever it goes into that last chorus, I think it'd be really cool for it to switch into like me now. You know
That
what I
would be
mean?
sweet.
To just switch immediately to like a dark vibe.
In
and,
what
like,
setting?
Switch. I was thinking more like me when I'm doing metal vocals with like my face makeup and like, I don't know,
That would be
flopping around on the stage acting possessed and shit.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I think it would be cool if we had you in full makeup walking around down like the Power and Light District.
Uh-huh.
That would be cool because like you're in the world. Like the world is like the church kind of, because I grew up in Catholic church too. Like I went to Catholic school, and the church kind of makes you think that the world's like a real negative place, but the world's truly a neutral place. You know?
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it would be cool if you were floating around downtown Kansas City Power and Light District with the buildings like for linear shots. You walking and we're the camera's walking with you. You're walking into the camera. I think that would be cool for that part.
I just like my brain even
People
just
handing
like
you like
keeps
beer off camera. You're fucking drinking it while you're doing your verse. You're smoking a cigarette while you're doing it.
You're
Yeah.
smoking crack.
I think it'd be cool because that just gave me the idea of like, because you know the story of the song, it starts out like from the viewpoint of when I was religious, and then the next verse is when I started to question things, and then the last verse is like what I believe now, pretty much. So like my brain just went from like me all nice dressed up in a white suit, and then during the verse where I'm like questioning things, it's me like breaking down in a bathroom and putting makeup on my face and like
Joker style.
defiling myself, literally.
Joaquin
kind
Phoenix
of,
Joker style.
Yeah.
I've got the
Doing the
perfect
weird,
bathroom.
doing the weird dance.
Do you
That would be
want-
cool. Parody that.
Yeah. Well, then what happens is that's like my transformation, and then after that happens, I would go out and what you were saying, and then now I'm free from these chains of religion.
I've
and
had a
out
sex
in the real
change
world.
at this point.
And I'm out in the real world.
What the fuck?
The
Sorry.
bathroom scene, what just came to mind, I have two different routes we could go. We could film in the bathroom at the Nighthawk. That's a really cool bathroom. Has nice lighting.
For
Or-
what?
For the bathroom scene
Oh,
that he's
okay.
talking about.
Yeah, but that would be difficult because I guess they'd rent space out maybe. I don't
No,
know.
we wouldn't even need to tell them. We would just need to go to the bathroom. With
Right,
my-
that would be difficult because there'd be random people walking in.
We would just go there at a time of day where we can like get it done in 10 minutes.
You been to the Nighthawk, Tim?
Mm-mm.
It's sick.
Oh, man,
it's in
we
the
gotta take
basement
you
of a
sometime.
hotel. I don't know the hotel's name, but it's like a little venue. They host like bands that are from Kansas City, and yeah, it's a cool spot.
Nice.
Yeah, and so if we want to go more of like an industrial looking bathroom, like concrete floors, brick wall, like white brick, and like metal sinks, there's a bathroom over here at Mackin Park where we could get that done, and that would look more of like a jail cell kind of bathroom.
Yeah.
So we have some flavors that would be like the opposite of like the color, like the one at the Nighthawk. The bathroom's very warm, like lots of like darker colors, and then the bathroom over here at Mackin would definitely be more like light, grays.
Fluorescent light.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
So it just depends on. We've got locations. I've got locations in mind.
And we have time.
Yeah,
I
of
haven't
course.
heard the song, so I can't really give my 2 cents.
I'll
But
show
show
you
it
it
after.
after this.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But I think that would be absolutely great because that would give us a chance. Because I mean, for our record label, we're trying to deal in audio and visual. I mean, and we're also trying to deal in merchandising. Like we want to be able to produce our merchandising in house for artists. Like we want to be able to create prints, screen print it out, really control any overhead that we can. I mean, I don't have a problem with outsourcing to other people for T-shirts. It's just that
we'll promo the song right now. Hold on a second.
don't leak it. Don't leak it. Okay.
That's the song.
That's it. How'd you know? How'd you get that? I haven't even released that yet.
Sorry. Sorry, I leaked it.
God damn it.
Great band, the Fugs. Great 60s anti-war band there.
Yeah.
The Fugs.
There's another band from the 60s. Have you ever heard of the Peddlers? Check them out, dude. They got some really cool, like, I don't know, man. There's some stuff in there that I want to sample for my music, but their music in general is just good.
I've been listening to the Fallout
The
soundtrack.
Fallout?
The Fallout game soundtrack.
Oh,
There's
Which
just the
one?
Spotify playlist. It's just the soundtrack for all the games. It's the
Nice.
songs from all the games.
A lot of Marty Robbins on there. A lot of good stuff.
Fallout's such a good series, dude.
I'm like binging 76 right now.
Really?
I haven't played
Because
it.
they fixed things kind of finally. It's not like clunky as shit, and it's
You
actually
have a
kind of
PC?
decent.
Or do you have a
Xbox.
Oh, okay. You ever
Yeah.
played Starfield?
Mm-mm. I never played it because I heard it was shit.
It's really good.
I heard it was really bad.
It's really good.
All right.
I've played
We'll have to
Fallout.
see.
I love
I
Fallout.
know that they have updated it, or they announced they are doing an update to it to Starfield.
A lot of people heard that I also heard that Starfield was shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll listen to these people or I'll play it myself. You know, it's
Right.
expensive, but it is legitimately like Fallout, but you get to ride in a spaceship.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking sick.
I think the thing I heard a lot of people say about it was just it's very repetitive.
Well, yeah,
Or
the
it's very
end.
hard
I'm
to
not
do
going to
things.
spoil the end of the game, but yeah, I mean, literally, the whole point of the game is repetition, but
Yeah.
it is a cool premise.
Yeah.
The way that they do it.
That's cool.
So-
You know what also was a pretty repetitious game? Destiny, the Destiny series. Felt like it was just the same
I never
thing.
really got into those ones.
I
a
love
lot.
Destiny, but it was more on rails than
Yeah.
than Fallout or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a solid storyline that you're supposed to follow. But
Yeah.
Did you like the series for Amazon that they did?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
Fucking
did too.
great.
It was good. It was very, very good. Jordan didn't. You still don't like it?
I did not like that very much, but
Man.
it's okay.
I love it.
I think it was one of the best game adaptations we've gotten of
Yeah.
anything.
Well, because like
No,
there's
the Ron Jeremy Mario movie was way better. So
yeah,
I don't.
But they the thing about it is like people are always gonna hate on stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if it is objectively good, there's still gonna be people that
much
are
like
that
Starfield.
one. Yeah, but the people that they're like that one line in that movie isn't right. You know what I mean? There's one thing in that isn't canon. Well, guess what? The show's canon, so it is now.
It's
That's like, that's just like Star Wars discourse, though.
Yeah.
Like people hate things that are canon, like Clone Wars and
Yeah.
shit. And yeah,
You're like, it's a fucking movie.
shut up,
bro.
loser. Just watch the fucking
Just
movies
watch
or
the
don't.
movie and don't think about it that hard.
I hate Reddit warriors that love to complain about anything about a movie art whenever they can't write a script.
The
They
one
can't
thing
write a
that really
song.
pissed me off about Star Wars, because I used to like Star Wars a lot. I don't like it that much anymore just because I'm an adult. But the Rogue One movie, where it was a prequel to right before A New Hope, right?
Yeah.
All of the characters had, like, the whole movie, you knew that all the characters were going to die because none of them are in the fucking New Hope.
Yeah.
All of the characters die at the end. That's
Yeah.
what the big ending is. All of them die in an explosion.
Damn.
That's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they cut to when Princess Leia is on that and that ship, and Darth Vader comes through and he's killing all the people. But
Yeah.
like that movie pissed me off so fucking much, just because it's like it's lazy.
Yeah.
It's lazy writing.
It's a big fucking universe. You're telling me that there couldn't have been other things going on the other side of the universe?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why did they all have to die?
I don't know. Fuck that movie though.
Well, we're right over the hour mark. We could wrap this puppy up if we want.
Let's wrap it up here.
Wrap it up.
All right,
I
we
have
got
to urinate.
Timothy. I'm assuming is his full
My
God-given
government name.
Huh?
My government name.
Government
The
name.
Tim Leland, everybody.
Tim Leland,
We're going to be live at the Rendezvous again this month, June the 29th.
Yep.
It's going to be us playing for his birthday bash. We got some other bands there. So anybody that listens to this, if you're interested, hit me up, hit Tim Leland up, hit Jordan up, Phil Ratio.
No, that doesn't. We don't need to do that.
It
But
is 3
your
bands
at-
for $5
your
that's-
ats.
at Tim Leland Sucks.
Right. Okay.
pretty
My
much
at
everything.
is Let me think about it here. Yeah, yours.
At Stiff Clifton.
All right, and I don't have one, so.
All right. Goodbye.